I'm just tryna make it out now. I'm just tryna make it out now. I'm just tryna make it out now. I'm just tryna make it out now.
'49 is gonna make the playoff, bro. Let's go, man. Stop playing.
I told you not to ask me that shit.
He did all that over that bum ass 49ers.
Got there 49ers.
Oh, but then he got a quarterback.
You get your heart into things, dog.
Oh my God, man! You should burn that hat.
Check this out, though, dog. What we got going on, man?
God, oh my goodness.
TBT, what's happening, man?
What's going on,
What's going on, man? What's going on, man?
Experience.
We good. We good in the hood.
Hey. You.
EWC, baby.
Hey, man.
Kings Rome, baby.
Hey, real talk, man. HBCUs, I'm feeling you on that, man.
Yes, sir, baby.
Nah, hey.
Hey, man, hold on.
Hold on.
Man, shout out to my dog Crow, man. Big Crow. Hey, man, look.
Hey, man, hey, Green, I heard something happened in the shop the other day, dog.
The hood got questions. The hood got questions.
What happened in the shop this past week?
Uh-huh.
My former coach from EWC, Stanley Crow Motti.
Ooh.
Yeah.
The Crow Man.
He had a little issue with me because he thought, well, he was insinuating that I was talking about him on the last episode. But I really wasn't talking about him. I was just telling the truth. We didn't do a damn thing when I was up there. We didn't do a damn thing, man.
Hey.
He came in my shop. He said,
Hold up.
huh?
Hold up.
Wait, he
Okay,
busted.
go ahead.
He busted your shop. He just busted him.
Well, he came
I got some questions.
Well, he came in this week.
I got some questions.
He came in this week, this past week, just to find out what did I say. And I say, well, I cut the podcast on. You can watch it in the shop.
Yeah.
And he just got offended because when you asked me, or when you said was Crow a bad coach, or was we bad players?
Right.
And I hesitated. They say I was like in the days like
Yeah,
this.
you like this.
Before
Hey, you had the
Damn,
bobber
man.
hair.
Hey, God.
Wait, you had me?
Bobber hair.
Instant replay does support that. I'm just being real with you. Well, I got
Hey,
some questions.
hold
Hold
on.
on. I got some questions there.
what?
Okay, first of all, what conference were you guys in?
Back then?
Yeah. So like
I know we was NAIA.
okay, so you wouldn't like qualify for the 64 tournament. Like, you know what I mean? Like Bethune-Cookman, the MEAC.
Don't do that.
Edward.
Yeah.
Back in them days?
So y'all ain't have no conference like that to qualify for the
No, not in my
tournament?
recollection.
okay.
So
So
in
what was
other
your
words,
conference?
so in other words, y'all was just playing basketball?
In the mirrors?
Listen,
Was it in the mirrors?
Well, I think y'all had a damn
well,
AAU sketch.
we had we played.
Play-
Hey,
in the
man.
mirror.
listen,
There was a
Hey,
travel.
B.
There was a
Listen.
travel in the
Hey,
mirror.
B.
See?
listen.
Hey, B.
Hey, hold on, TBT.
Hey, look,
Wait, TBT. Wait, TBT.
Edward Waters
Oh,
College. Listen, I love y'all.
They played the
To
youth
the
center.
heart.
They played the youth
We
center.
just being real right
Pat
now.
Miller, you sent
That was back in
13,000.
1989 to about 1993.
What was your conference?
The conference, I don't even know what conference we was in, but
What-
it was NAIA.
So y'all won
And our
conference
home
champ?
games was at James Weldon. James Weldon, everybody at AWC land know where James Weldon at.
That's a
That's
gym?
a middle school gym.
Hold on, man. Time out. We off that. Hey, Crow, we love you, dog. We
We do
having
love you.
fun. We hanging out. No bad intention.
But
Nah,
just
hell no, I
hanging
got
out.
questions.
I'm still
Oh,
saying,
damn.
I ain't scared to say it. We didn't do a damn thing
Okay, well,
When
let me
I
ask you this. Y'all played in the middle school gym.
in the middle school gym.
Did y'all fill it up? At least did y'all fill it up?
It was filled up now.
Okay.
It was filled up.
Hell,
Yeah.
was
It
the
was
goals regulation?
The go.
Damn. Pow, pow.
Oh shoot.
Man, y'all gotta realize, man, that was back in 1989 to 93.
But green.
So
It
y'all
was a-
only
it
had
was
a
half
smaller
court.
school.
But green.
Y'all
But
only had
green.
half
But
court?
green. But
It was
green.
a full court.
Damn.
It was full court.
Hey, but green.
Full
But
court.
green. Hold on.
Damn.
I mean, basketball been around for a long time, bro.
Yeah.
As far as I know, regulation has been 10 feet.
Yeah.
So you saying in 19 who?
89.
It wasn't 10 feet?
No. Come on, the goal?
Yeah.
The goal was 10 feet.
Oh,
Okay,
boy,
okay,
boy,
okay.
we're going to have to
It was
report
10 feet.
I
that.
was about to say,
Hey,
boy, what
man.
y'all
We
got
played
going on?
at middle school, but
Man,
it
y'all
was,
gonna get off my dog Crow, man. Let's go.
All right.
man, we
Hey,
ain't
shout
on
out to
Crow.
the HBCUs,
Yes,
man.
sir.
I was
Shout out
talking
to
about
Ed Waters
Alabama
College.
State, real. I know
Ed
y'all
Waters,
uppity over
baby.
there in
Ed
Florida, but shout out
Waters
to
College,
Alabama State,
Keys
baby.
Road.
We
Hey,
yo.
Crow, we
Hey,
still
hey.
waiting on you and
Pooski,
DRC,
my
man.
boy Pooski, Bardo,
Hey, check
Essence,
this out. Check this out.
Me,
Before we get started, man.
Dante, Tarvis. Yeah.
Before we get started,
Mark Dog in the O. Yeah. Psycho.
And I
What's
think
that?
there was some names I left off the last hangout.
Hey, man. Get it in. I'm getting it
The
in.
Manatee County boys.
Shout out to the Gump, baby. Benson
And
Hall, baby.
if I left some names out, I'm sorry. From my bottom of my heart.
Weo. Shout out to the project, 4th floor.
You, and Wheel.
Penthouse on the 7th
Oh, hold
floor.
on.
Yes, sir.
Hold on,
Huh?
TBT.
Huh?
We gotta give my dog a shout out.
Who that?
What's up?
what's up? Here we go. Hey,
University
check this out.
of Florida.
This what's up. Check this out, man. I got a special presentation for TBT family. If you guys know, boy, what's this right here?
Football.
That's
It's a
coach's-
football
With the coach's legends on it.
with the coaches' legends on it, baby.
Boy,
And
that's
it's
sweet
a-
right there, boy.
Hey, and then it
Troof
says
Be
special
told.
to, yeah, T Green. Check it out, baby.
Well, that's sweet right there, boy.
Oh, look at that right there,
Hey,
baby.
man.
Troof Be told.
Boy, that thing there
Third
glistening,
episode.
boy.
The third episode, man. Somebody gift us with that gift, man.
Boy, that's a nice picture, too, boy. Tate on there
Boy,
looking
that's
like
No,
Gerald.
man.
Tate on there looking
Ready
like
to be
Gerald
catching me?
Levert. Look at that.
Well, that thing, that's
Look
sweet.
at Tate looking like
boy.
Levert.
Baby, I'm ready
Yeah.
to give you all.
Hey,
love.
so-
Look at
so-
Tate. Tate
take-
clean as hell on
Hey,
that.
take it on the Versace shirt.
Boy, you looking like
That's deep.
Gerald Levert.
Take it on the
deep.
Versace shirt.
On the football field.
Tate Levert.
Hey, Tate, we was on the football field. You got a Versace shirt on.
That's deep, man. Hey, but look,
Hey,
before,
Tate,
hey,
sweet,
hey,
Check it out,
hey,
Tate.
before we get started, y'all, before we get
That thing
started,
sweet.
Uh-oh.
I must say something about this apple crisp.
Mm-hmm.
B.
Yes,
Apple
sir.
crisp, B.
Boy, that crisp,
Apple
boy.
crisp.
Your ass been eating a lot
This
of
was
it, so you might as well say you and that damn
freshly-
bomb over there.
Freshly made
Boy, that ain't gonna do nothing for your
by
damn
my
fanny pack.
kinfolk.
That ain't gonna do
How the
nothing
old
for your
folks
fanny
say,
pack.
kinfolk.
Real.
My kinfolk, VV
It'll-
Butler.
It'll do something for it.
VV.
VV Butler.
It'll put
What's up,
some-
VV?
Oh,
it'll put some in it.
VV.
Man, y'all get in contact with VV, get some of this fresh apple
Hey,
crisp.
VV.
Wait,
She
hold
always
on.
She always been good
Hey,
people.
VV.
She
Look at
always been good people.
Look at man.
Hey, VV.
Hey, B
Look
Mo.
at
B Mo.
VV.
Oh yeah, this is the official name change for B Mobile Technology. He's no longer B Mobile,
Go ahead. I'm getting ready to second the motion. I know
but
where
we
you
now is going to change this guy name to The Negotiator.
That's nice though.
Beating the negotiator.
That's nice though.
Yes sir. Yes sir.
Hey, VV says all
Hey.
about the crisp and the crumble.
Uh-oh.
If you want to
Hey,
get
look
in
at that
contact
TBT.
with VV, a phone number,
Text.
text your order. Y'all text your order 941-920-0418.
Hey, we appreciate you, VV.
VV, we love you for this.
VV.
And it's good.
Hey, them cookies the bomb too, VV. For real.
It'll
Yo.
make it good.
That
Yo,
damn
yo,
ball
TBT.
would know. He
TBT.
would know with that fanny pack.
Yo, TBT. Y'all know how we hang out, man. This is our third hangout, man.
Boy, I love hanging out.
It's something special about hanging out, though.
I let my hair down.
Yes, you do. I don't know. Sometimes you put it up, though. I'm not going to go there. But check this out, man. We got some special guests tonight. We got some special guests that I want to make sure that we introduce. This is going to be a special show. You know, TBT fans and followers, you guys been asking us for, hey, man, y'all need to get some women on there to give a woman's point of view.
As you can see, it was a lot of testosterone to open up the show.
And rightfully so, because we needed that.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? So guess what we did?
what y'all did? I know y'all. I know damn
You
well.
did, you damn bum.
did.
I know damn well you ain't do what I thought you did.
Yes, I did. We went and found 2 special guests. And I want to make sure that you guys understand.
Okay.
These special guests are special.
Okay.
All right. So check this out. First and foremost, we got my girl, Crystal Beatty.
Hello, hello, hello.
Crystal, what's up? What's up, Crystal?
Crystal Beatty is
Welcome
in the
to
house.
Crystal.
Crystal, what's up,
Crystal, I
Crystal?
like it.
Crystal.
I'll take it.
Crystal,
Welcome
baby, that's
to
your Troof Be
TBT,
told official.
Crystal.
I don't drink, but Crystal, that's a drink, ain't it?
That is a drink.
Is that one of the most popular drinks? Is that's in the top 5?
If you can afford
I mean, it's
it.
the top one for me, but
There
top
it is.
five
Oh,
sounds great.
Oh, there it is.
There it is, Crystal.
All right. Crystal, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you come from, what you got going on, what you're doing. Holla at us.
So I come from Sarasota. I am a principal at an elementary school now. Recently came back from overseas for the last 3-4 years. So I'm just hanging out. With the
Overseas,
Hangout.
where overseas?
China.
Ooh.
Okay.
What you doing in China?
damn.
I was an international educator over there.
Man, you was on the other side of the
Okay.
damn globe.
I
Hey,
was.
I know what you're talking about.
So Chris, you can speak the language?
A little bit, just a tiny bit.
Yeah.
It's hard to learn, yeah.
Say something in Chinese.
Uh-oh.
Ting dong.
I know what you said.
What did I say?
It sound like
I'll let y'all know later. Let y'all
I
listen.
said
should have
one-
had my
We need some
my
comments.
thing on my phone.
one more
So I
time.
need
What
some
you said?
comments on what y'all.
What would you do?
What I mean, Chris?
I mean, I'll let you
Yeah.
later.
Y'all gonna have to look it up.
Okay.
Yeah,
hey,
yeah,
hey,
y'all
well,
gotta look it up.
well, until we, until
Why
then,
in
what
the
would you
hell?
do?
How the hell am I looking at? How you spell that?
I don't know
I'm
what
gonna
it
look it
was.
up.
My
Hold on,
Chinese
spell it.
friends might get mad at me though, because my tone is not that great.
I just
Like-
want to hear y'all pronounce it again.
Right.
I just want to hear
Try
all
it.
y'all
Try it
pronounce
out.
it
Say
again,
it
so
again,
that y'all
Crystal.
can't. No, don't pronounce it again. I want to hear y'all pronounce it.
It
No.
went
So
over
y'all
my
can go-
head. It went over my head. Hey, I'm 51 years
I ain't
old.
even finna try to
Shit,
pronounce
I'm
that.
like Jerome. I'm like Jerome.
I can't
Well,
I'm an
pronounce some
international
English
player.
words. The hell I'm finna try to pronounce
From
that.
Say it again. Say it again. Crystal.
Well,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, check this out.
Well,
bitch.
bold dog.
Good.
Hey, that sounds good. That
Well,
sounds
bold
good.
dog.
Yeah.
What is
I'm feeling it.
God.
Well, bold down.
I could just be making anything up.
I'm just saying whatever.
You ain't lying,
She
though.
hoping.
Oh,
it's the
Lord,
Hey,
Crystal.
You ain't
Hey, she
lying.
ain't playing. That was a good one, Chris. That was a good one.
That's the way to
Boy.
bust up. So who else? You
All right.
said we got two now.
Yeah,
All right.
well, she kind of introduced herself. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? She don't know
Shout
how
out
to
to
do this
Crystal.
and be quiet until we introduce her. But let's just go
I
ahead
got
and
a
do this.
question
Hey.
though, and I answered. Don't be mad.
No.
Well, first of all, I think they're talking about me, but I thought it was interactive. So
It is, but I got
if we
to
gonna
introduce
talk
you
about
first.
it, let's talk about it. I thought it was open.
Well,
That's what
since
I'm
she's
talking about.
talking right now,
Well, hold on. This our goddamn show, y'all. This TBT.
yes, sir.
Shit. You
Last
gonna
time
kiss
we
my
were
ass,
guests, though,
nigga.
we might
Get
still
shot on your
know.
damn pinky toe.
Oh,
So-
my God.
Little old
so-
boy.
Oh,
I
my
just love that
goodness.
little old boy.
So
I
Crystal,
just
so
love that
Crystal,
little
so
boy. Oh, my
Crystal,
goodness.
we are so pleased to have you tonight. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some fun. All right, next. This young lady comes to us from Waco, Texas, and she goes by the name of Lashelle Williams. I met this young lady in at work actually. Lashelle, let the people know a little bit about yourself and where you come from, what you got going on.
You told them everything, but hey guys,
You
I'm
told us
Lashelle,
everything.
What's up,
How
Shell?
you doing, Lashelle?
coming from Waco, Texas. I've been here 6 years working in youth development, and just love sports, love good times, and love good people. So
That's what's
that's
up.
a little
What's
bit
up?
about
What's
me.
up?
What's up?
And
Welcome.
I'm happy to be here with you guys, enjoying this laughter and this conversation. Can't wait to see what you guys, introduce us to. I'm excited.
Absolutely. Well, we hanging out. This is Hangout Part 3. And we've been
hanging out.
We hanging out.
Yes, sir.
And we,
Hanging.
shout out to the TBT viewers, man, the comments, the love on the comments, man. Oh my goodness, man. I love y'all.
Much love,
And,
man.
There has been some comments in regards to getting some females on this show to
Oh,
get
yeah.
a female perspective on the hangout issues that we have.
So-
Good sir.
So guess what, POP?
What's up? Hurry up, because I got something.
Uh-oh.
I got something. Hurry up. I got something.
I ain't gonna hurry up. Just go ahead and go, baby.
No, he got some. I'm
I
glad.
got something.
He ain't got them glasses, them
Uh-oh.
shades on. So
I'm not going to sit up here and act like Real ain't got his damn boys club shirt tucked in, looking like he the goddamn,
Hey,
like he the goddamn,
hey,
like he the group, like he the group
hey,
leader,
experience,
a group 6
experience.
at the mother.
I was like, my dog
Shit.
cooking in his boys club.
Boy, look here. I don't know if it's an in-service today
Hey, Reggie.
or he's
Hey, Reggie look like
interviewing for the program director job.
Yeah, it's Mike
But he
John,
look
Mike
official,
John, aloof in the
Reggie look like he at the front
official.
desk.
He
at
look
the boys
official.
club. You know when the kids
front
come
desk?
up and Reggie got to announce the name.
Oh, he the front desk? That's why he got his shirt tucked
It's
in.
Kevin Jackson.
It's
Come
time to
up
go.
front. Your
Time to
parents
go.
are now here. Kevin Jackson, come up front. Your parents are now here.
Hey, God Barber. The reason why I wore this Boys and Girls Club shirt because two reasons. One, you know, I was raised in the Boys and Girls Club. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
real.
So I'm
That's
giving
real.
some homage to the Boys and Girls
Wait,
Club. man.
wait.
Hold
Are you
on,
a Boys
hold
and
on.
Girls Club or are you Boys
Boys
Club?
No, Boys and Girls Club. Boys and Girls Club.
What
Yeah,
Boys
yeah,
and
yeah,
Girls
yeah.
Club you went to?
Don't worry about it. Same thing. So check this out.
Boys
The
and girls?
second reason.
We're like 40 something.
Because Reggie is inclusive.
Exactly.
Mhm.
The second
Like
reason.
that?
Oh, Lord.
The second reason is that I know I have some guests and also a member that did the darn thing while they was in the Boys and Girls Club. So I wanted to make sure I wore this shirt for you guys and also to make.
Hey, Rick.
Shout out.
You,
shout
hey,
out.
you been there
Hey,
for a
Rick.
while. I know Lashelle been there when she came down. She was working the Boys and Girls Club. I just want to make sure I give y'all some love.
You know what? I
Shout out to
appreciate
Willie
that,
Cooper
Oh, man.
and
Yeah.
Louis Morel,
Homage.
Mr. Wallace,
Man, shit.
Reggie
Stevens.
Lynn,
Steven.
Well, hey. What about the late, great Wayne Bacon, boy? You better
Wayne
put some respect.
Bacon, boy, you gotta
Wayne
say
brought
Wayne.
Bacon, boy,
You
my
gotta say
dude.
Wayne Bacon, boy.
Yes, sir.
You gotta say Wayne Bacon.
Hey, shout out to the white folks. You know we love white folks,
Mike
man.
John.
Huh?
Dan
Carl
Davis,
Weeks.
Carl Weeks.
Huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Stu
Yes.
Burt. Huh?
Ooh,
There you
Okay.
go.
So check this out.
Okay.
That's why I wore this shirt, man, for you guys. So much love and respect to y'all and also the Boys and Girls Club. But we got some bigger fish to fry.
There it is.
Hey,
I got some questions.
I did say I had. Can before you get in? I did say I had two things because I said the Boys and Girls Club. I ain't say the other. Can I just say that while you before you? Because I know you.
Go ahead. You was mad earlier, so go ahead.
Yeah, please don't make him that man no more.
Hey
Jesus.
man, put some respect on my name, cuz I just want to give a shout out to my yacht club. That's all. My bootleg yacht club. That's all.
Okay.
Y'all know who y'all are. Scully Skull, Balo, Richie Rich. You know how it is.
Anybody else?
Wifey, Nisha.
Anybody else?
Barber Tree.
One more person.
And shout out to Toy and the Churn.
And we done with
And
it.
the dog.
All
Go
right.
ahead,
All
go
right,
ahead,
so
go
check
ahead,
this
go
out.
ahead.
So check this out. Hey, TBT.
All right.
Hey man, we've been on some real
I'm ready to hang
heavyweight lately, man. But check this out. We
Talk to me.
were discussing
Okay.
a couple episodes back about some relationship stuff.
Oh shit.
So since it was just us on the show, we felt like, hold on, negotiator. You looking kind of funny in the face.
I'm good, Rick. I'm good, sir. I'm good.
So
Let's
I got
go.
some questions. I need some help from you guys. So let's just start off like this, because I want to just jump right into it. Because I'm tired of this.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh. You know what I'm saying? So negotiator, I'm coming to you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh my God.
Ooh, this gonna be.
I love to be first up.
This gonna be
Play
good.
quarterback.
And
Put the ball in my hands, coach.
Oh,
and the reason why I'm asking is because I've heard this a few times. I would just make sure that I'm not the only person, or at least I got my take on it.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
I want to get everybody else take on it and feel about it. All right. So check this out. We've been talking a little bit about married, boyfriend, girlfriend, what's right, what's wrong, what can be considered as cheating, how do you show your true love, all those questions. I got a question about cell phone. Because cell phone can be a big issue sometimes in a relationship.
They call me on my cell phone.
Yes, sir.
Late night when you need
So me personally,
cell phone.
I know these two.
I get a click every time. Mr. Telephone Man.
Hey.
There's something wrong with my life.
Here we go.
Hey.
He wants your man. Baby's number.
Here we go.
I get a
click every
Brown.
Night down.
611 in the
Mason. I don't know the word.
Right.
So,
Okay, go back to
so,
you, real.
so, with that being said, these two young ladies, I know them. I know them from work. We've grown to build a working relationship and some form of a friendship.
Absolutely.
And sometimes when we are at the work site, it's you build relationships at the work site, or you build relationships at and different organizations that you may be in, and then from there you may be in communication with those people, right?
Absolutely.
So my question would be is it considered cheating if you texting someone of the opposite sex when you have a significant other?
I wouldn't say you're cheating, because 9 times out of 10, like you, for instance, she's a principal. Crystal's a principal. So I could be one of her employees. So if she texting me and it's on the level of work, how is that cheating? And I'm letting my significant other, I'm letting my wife know, hey, babe, this my boss lady texting me. Look, hey, if you want to read the text, read the text.
I think too, it's gotta be boundaries.
And
It's gotta be boundaries. Like he said, she's the principal, and if you're an employee, both gotta be accessible, because shit happens. You know what I mean? So if it's an emergency, she's not on campus or what have you, and I gotta reach out to her, I gotta have her personal number, I gotta contact her. Vice versa. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, but it's boundaries now. Don't be, hey, look here. Crystal, I don't give a damn who. Hey, let's go. Don't be texting me no motherfucking 11 o'clock at night now.
That's real.
I don't need my damn phone going off 11 o'clock at night, and it be somebody the opposite damn sex.
Yeah.
Or
My
wife.
wife
Yeah.
thinking
Shit,
something
Yeah, I think
boy,
it's-
ass could be
I
dead sleep over there, but shit, boy, the moment you do, who that text you? Who that texting you?
I think it
Shit,
depends
I don't know,
on
cuz.
who texting you,
Right,
what time she texting you,
right.
and what she texting you about.
Mhm.
Because
Hell yeah.
if I'm working with Crystal or
Michelle.
Lashelle, and it's a question about work,
Right.
she should have texted me earlier that day about
Right.
it. Unless it's
The level
some kind of emergency that
importance.
happened at school,
Right.
the school on fire, or somebody done broke into the school. Then she can text me 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning.
But you can only text me 12, 1 o'clock in the morning if
If it's
I'm one of those employees that handles that.
yeah.
Absolutely. That's a
Yeah.
good point.
So that goes-
Can I ask
yeah,
this? Okay, so what about just having regular friendship? I personally think that men and women can be platonic friends. I think that you can check on somebody every now and then and just know that your intentions are pure, and know that you're never going to do anything to jeopardize the relationship they have with their wife. You're never going to disrespect their significant other or anything, but you're like, hey, like I may text, Pop or Reggie and be like, hey, like, how's your day? Like, everything good with you? Like, I was checking out the news, and Black Lives Matter is a big thing right now. How you doing? How are you holding up? I think that's absolutely acceptable, unless your man has given you a reason to feel insecure.
Now that's a
Well-
great point, but Shell, damn it, that was a great response, Shell. That was cute. That was professional.
That's true.
No, I understand that. So you gonna tell me that your boyfriend or your
Mhm.
significant other would be okay with me? No. Let me take that back. Not me. Another dude texting you at 11 o'clock at night just to say, "Are you okay?"
No. I absolutely agree with boundaries. Like, I said during the day or something, just casually, like a text, but not late at night where it's considered disrespectful, because it is. I still agree with boundaries, but what I also agree with is just like platonic friendship. I think that is possible. Before your partner met you, they had female friends, and after, if y'all make it or don't make it, they're still going to have female friends. Like, it's all about the trust you have within your partner, not the trust you have within people.
So you saying even
okay.
so you saying female, but is that also with the male aspect? So if
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I would never give my man any reason to think that I was doing anything I had no business doing. Like, if I'm texting somebody or somebody texting me, if you're standing right here, you should be able to read that text and know that there is nothing going on. That it is strictly platonic.
You
that
give
we
your
are
man the
friends.
code to your phone?
Oh yeah, I have nothing to hide. I'll tell you who
Okay.
texts me when they're texting me. But again, I'm not a phone person, so if I'm with a man, I'm like, I trust you. That's why I'm with you.
Do you?
And I don't want to know your passcode or whatever. I don't
So
care
you don't.
about those
So that's not a
things.
requirement for you.
No, that's not a requirement. It's if I'm in this, I trust you until you give me a reason not to trust you. And if you give me a reason not to trust you, then we need to reevaluate this relationship.
Okay.
Period.
So,
You know?
so Lashelle and Crystal.
Mhm.
So do y'all think that you can have a best friend as a male when you're in a relationship?
Absolutely.
And you think your boyfriend can have a best friend with another female?
Absolutely. For me personally, when I get in a relationship with you, that means I trust you as a being.
Yeah.
I don't care about what that friend's intentions are, because I know that if that friend comes on to you, I trust you. You're gonna say like, nah, you know this isn't cool, and you're gonna let me know, and you're gonna remove yourself from that situation. I never have to think like, oh, you playing into that, or oh, it's a different conversation if you're giving me reason to think that.
So what if your
she can have
boyfriend
you.
or your husband's best female friend has a dime body? I'm talking about look like an hourglass.
Oh.
Well, it don't really get much better than me. You already got the
TBT
Okay.
This is Shell. She's from Texas. She's something.
I
actually
She's
have
a
a different
Virgo.
set of
She likes
opinions.
walks on the beach.
I'm a
And
Scorpio.
Crystal said she got a different set of opinions.
Different set of opinions.
I don't necessarily have platonic relationships with men.
Okay.
Unless I'm interested in you, I'm not having a relationship with you of any kind. When it
think
comes
I
to
heard that
friendship.
before. So,
ooh.
You heard her?
Yes.
You heard it. Say it again.
I think
Crystal.
y'all asked on another episode, y'all asked, does a woman have to have feelings for a man in order to have sex with him?
Not necessarily, no.
Me personally, it got to be some kind of emotional attachment if I'm giving my body to you.
Okay.
I'm not referring to myself, but I'm just saying not necessarily.
Yeah.
That's good.
Now,
That's good.
real, I remember when you
That's not
you stated
everybody.
because I think God Barber asked what 20 bodies if a girl had 20 bodies.
Yeah.
And he low key creeped to 25.
Yeah.
And then you kind of was like, B, what you're not secure. I am secure, but just like she said, feelings, man, that's a lot of like if you got a young lady, right?
Right.
That's your old lady, and let's say she done caught 30 bodies. If she's along with Lashelle's thinking, then she has to have some type of feelings.
Right.
So my mindset is, I'm gonna be in a relationship with a young lady that done caught 30 bodies, and I got to worry about these 30 spirits. You know what I mean? Like that's too much pressure, dog.
No,
That's too much pressure, dog.
It's a good question.
I can love them and leave them.
No,
I'm just being honest with you.
That's but those old spirits.
And first,
But
those old
women are built different.
Women are built different, but it's the old spirit.
Women are built different. Hey, man.
well, I have a question. What woman do you think is going to have? Who's going to be honest with you and say, "I had 20 bodies"?
See,
That is not a badge of honor. Every woman gonna tell you at the most, I had 3 bodies.
So they lying?
With that number.
Wait. So they lying now?
We stroke y'all egos all the time.
Well, the reason I respect that
Oh, shit.
because
They lying, POP.
We view women differently.
Exactly. We stroke y'all egos because we know it's a number you want to hear, not a number like we know y'all don't really want to hear the truth. Men get hurt easier than women do
Shit.
when
Steve
we
Harvey,
tell
this
the
think
truth.
like a man
So,
3.
we
you know
know
what?
y'all don't want to hear
Old
the
girl
truth.
just
You know
said
what?
low key.
I'm gonna agree with you on that.
We gonna tell y'all
I'm
what
gonna
y'all
agree
wanna
with you on
hear.
that. I think men do. I think men feelings do get hurt
Y'all are
easier.
more
I
sensitive
think
than
it's
us.
just
Yeah.
more
'Cause
pride.
if you,
Sensitive?
especially
It's
if
just
you,
prideful.
if I'm really feeling a woman and I ask that question and she tell me, oh shit, I had my 35 bodies. That shit gonna crush me. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, damn! I thought
So-
you was the one.
But when I was referring to connection, for me, it's intellectual.
Mhm.
What I
So if I don't have an intellectual connection with you, you're not
What I
stimulating
told
me
y'all.
anywhere.
What I told you.
Yeah.
But
What I
if it's
told you.
intellectual,
Okay.
if it's intellectual for you, doesn't it make it more emotional for you overall?
Absolutely.
So then
does
necessarily
tie
it's
back
Ding,
to
a
the
ding,
feeling.
ding, ding,
It's
ding,
gonna
ding,
be a
ding, ding,
feeling
ding, ding,
thing.
ding, ding. I told you real.
Mhm.
They want the conversation. They don't give a
Absolutely.
damn about the.
But we want
'cause that's gonna
stimulating
come
conversation.
later.
Don't
Right.
ask us what we doing
If you got
50
good
times a day.
conversation,
Yeah,
it's
the
better.
WYD.
Or where you at? Why
Told
you in
you,
my
real.
business?
Shit
We
right
want
on your ass.
stimulating conversations. Like, okay, like what are you
Jump on
reading?
you.
Like what
There you go.
stimulates your mind? What are you doing in
What
your
are you investing
pastime?
in?
Like things like that. Like that we want stimulating conversation. That's the
Absolutely.
intellectual
So
side
really,
of it.
so really, in a relationship, is conversation more important than sex? In y'all mind?
It stimulates sex, but I don't think it's more important. I think it's just as important.
But Latasha want to say something.
Hey,
My name ain't Latasha, but we
LaShawn,
gonna go with it.
What I said?
Lashelle.
Lashelle. Hey, listen, TBT land, I'm sorry. Lashelle.
Hey,
Hey.
Coach Crow, I see where you coming from.
Hey,
Pow,
I
pow, pow, pow.
So,
Pow.
so listen.
Hey,
so listen,
Steve
lady.
Harvey made a mistake on what that was. He made a mistake
Miss
on
America.
Miss America.
Yeah.
So I
Hey.
can make a mistake. I'm sorry. I just said
So-
the wrong name.
I'm
So-
just giving you a
sorry.
hard time.
Players
So
mess
so
up
check
too,
this out.
bro.
Just so y'all have some background knowledge. Last episode we had a question that was said, "Hey,
Why
which
you gotta
one
fill them
is
in
more
here? They ain't watch
important?
our last
Which one is
episode?
more important, either conversation or sex?" And I said sex. All right. So I think everybody has their own personal standpoint on that.
Mhm.
He said communication. I said sex. He didn't say nothing. So here's the deal.
Expected.
Here's the
Hey.
deal. Here's the deal. Part two of that question.
I
though.
did
Part
speak.
no, you didn't.
Watch the film.
Part two of that question. Is it okay to text the opposite sex? Let me ask you this: if your ex texts you,
Mm.
do you tell your current man or woman?
Hell
Absolutely. Yeah,
I would have no
hell
reason
yeah.
to because you wouldn't be texting back.
Hell
No,
yeah.
I may say hey back because I'm a
I
sucker
wouldn't
for
say
being
anything.
nice, but but I'm
I
gonna
wouldn't
tell
say a
my
thing.
ex. I'm gonna say.
You wouldn't say
I'm gonna tell
nothing?
my
I'm with
present.
Crystal. I won't say nothing.
I'm gonna tell my
But I'm
present.
gonna tell-
'cause
I'm gonna
I don't
tell
need to
my wife.
relive the past. You the past for a reason.
Wait, hold on. Now,
Shit.
is that considered cheating though?
But
I mean,
if he
if
texts
if your ex is texting you, you're communicating. Is that considered to be cheating?
I'm
you-
telling you, I wouldn't get there. I wouldn't be communicating with them.
but I'm
Right.
telling
So
you, I may
right.
say
So
hi
to
back.
answer your
so
question, if you communicating back and forth to a level,
I don't think
that
it's
is-
cheating. I don't
Okay.
think it's cheating. I think if I respond, I'm gonna tell my partner like, oh, so and so text me, and you're gonna be like, oh, okay, what'd you say back? Like you can read it, like it was
So-
nothing. I don't know what he wanted, but he just said, hey, if my partner then says like, I don't like that, I'm not rocking with that, I don't want you texting him, then it's gonna be like respect.
Mm-hmm.
Fine, like we're gonna move forward. And if he texts me again, then I'm not gonna respond, and I'm just gonna tell my man that hey, he texted me again, but there was no response this time. I want you to know that we are one and we are a unit. Like there's
Okay.
nothing
Then
going on behind
Okay.
that.
it might be
Okay.
depending on the situation. Like,
Okay.
what if they got kids? What if they share kids together?
School special.
now
Okay.
the ex might text her
Hey.
about
Again, TBT view.
how the kid doing, how the child doing. It could be something like that.
But that's
Right.
different. I don't think
She's a
that was the
Scorpio.
I mean,
scenario.
are
though.
you talking about
She's
they
from
just
if
text?
if a kid is involved,
Miss Scorpio,
then you know you have to communicate
You got
with that.
Right.
ex.
yeah.
You got to communicate.
So it
with
depends
that ex
on
if a
what
kid
they
is
texting
involved.
real. Somebody they texting what sexual stuff. Or they trying
No,
to get back with them or
No, I'm not saying sexual stuff. Just general, just texting, saying how you doing, checking up on you. But they do this every so often. They call. They text and they just check on you.
Why do you think they do
Nah,
that?
hell
Well,
nah.
well,
Nah,
that's a
nah,
good question.
Wait,
No,
I don't
wait,
need
first
you.
off,
Wait.
hold on. First
on.
off, I'm gonna straighten that. Like, don't be texting me no ever damn so often. You ain't finna be disrespecting my old lady.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
that makes sense though.
No,
But
yeah.
also,
no,
like, I
hell
think with my
no.
exes, I'm friends. Like, I have a good relationship that we didn't end on bad terms. It was just mutual respect, and we went our separate ways. But again, like in my mind, being friends is not a bad thing because when you are a friend, you are just that. You are just a friend. my partner should know that dating me. But again, I'm gonna go to my partner and ask, are you cool with this or are you not? If they're cool with it, cool. Like ever so often, again, if he's sitting right there, he can read the text messages. It don't matter. It's not like I'm leading this person on and think that there's gonna be anything more than what it was. It's just what it is. But if my partner say, I'm not fooling with that, we not fooling with that. That's it. I'm gonna tell you, hey, I have nothing against you, no ill will, but we can't do this. Like my partner is uncomfortable with it. I don't want to disrespect our relationship, and we're gonna move on. Like that's it. Like it's no like nothing lost, no love lost for me.
Okay. Bar, what you think, baby? If you were just sitting at the crib, one of your ex texts you, you chilling, you surprised or whatever. What's your take on it?
Well,
I know
boy,
Miss Jermaine take on that.
I've been in the game too long.
Right.
Yes, sir.
She really ain't got no business texting me.
Okay.
I'm with that.
I mean, texting me for what?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I mean, I don't have nothing to talk to her about. It's been so long ago since I had an ex. Anyway, so I don't even know what the hell it is.
Can I ask y'all a question?
I mean, an ex.
Y'all being men, do y'all think that women revisit the past often, or do y'all think that it be men trying to creep back up into our lives? Because it's y'all, in our opinion.
Well, I think it depends on the situation that you was in.
Yeah.
That depends on the situation. Now, if y'all got that, y'all was in a situation.
But as an average person, do you think the men reach out trying to get that old thing
I think
back?
it's the woman.
Or do you think the woman trying to get that old thing back?
I think the woman reaches out before a man does.
Why is that?
What y'all think?
It depends
I
on
know,
how
that's
deep,
just my-
how
that's
serious
just
the
my opinion.
relationship
I'm just-
was at
yeah,
one
what I
point in
think.
time. I think at the end of the day, they both probably
I ain't
waiting,
looking back.
waiting
I look
on
forward. I
each
ain't
other,
looking
waiting
back.
on somebody
So-
to make the first move.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Me,
I'm
on
glad
my
I don't
opinion on
have
that,
those
I'm not
issues.
looking back.
You're not looking back.
I'm
yeah.
not looking back.
Reggie.
Glad I don't
Yeah.
have those
My
issues.
mom always told
Steve.
me when you look
Real.
back and you walking, you're gonna bump into something.
You're damn
Yeah.
right. The
Yeah.
wall in front
I
of you.
mean, but I don't feel like you believe that.
Well, I feel like if a man or a lady reach out, it's because they want to get something started.
But which one do you think does the most
It-
reaching out? You
it
think
depends.
your ex-boyfriends reach out to you the most,
Absolutely.
or do you think
I think it
reached
depends
out?
on the person.
Yeah.
though.
It depends.
So let's look at it from that standpoint. He's saying more the women reach out. Maybe that's because it's you. So it probably depends on the person.
What do you mean by that? Can
Yeah.
you expand that? When you say maybe it's you.
What you represent, who you are as a person. So they may be reaching out to you because of what you represent.
Are you saying because they feel like
They lost something good
Yeah.
and they want to
Yeah.
have a piece of that. Whether it's friendship, a platonic relationship, or something more than that, they're reaching out for a reason. What is their intention?
Yeah.
so that make me a good guy, a good man, a good catch?
I would agree.
If they're reaching back out to you. We were talking about him though.
Well, I'm just saying. No,
Oh,
I'm just saying. No, I'm just.
Look, she said, "Don't be trying to take that good catch."
I was like,
carrot
was
and
he trying to
dog.
take the limelight or
No. I'm just saying for everybody. I mean, for the guys, does that mean that I'm a good catch if they reach it back out like that?
Look at it from this standpoint. Talk about an experience where it has happened to you.
Oh, if you're looking at me, I'm gonna be honest. Anybody that I've ever talked to in the past has always tried to revisit the future
Mm-hmm.
for me. But it may just be because of how I handle myself, how I carry myself. But again, like she said, like Crystal said, I believe I'm a great catch.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I believe that anybody who has missed their opportunity will always look for another one.
Yeah.
Whether I accept that or not, that's on me. So I'm asking, like, in my experience, because I'm a woman, men tend to reach out and try to rekindle that old thing before a woman does. Like, I don't know any of my friends that have been like, oh, like I'm gonna revisit the past, and maybe it's just the caliber of woman that they are. But I know a lot of men that'll be like, whether he's serious or whether he's not, he's gonna reach out and be like, maybe he just wants a one night stand,
Yeah.
or maybe he knows how he screwed up in the past and he wants to make it right. And they usually do the reaching out, in my experience.
No.
But I'm asking about y'all's experience.
Now you putting it on the men and the women's and all that. What about you?
Have I ever revisited the past?
Nah, dang, nah, don't act like, you know what I mean?
I'll tell you what they sound like.
I
Uh-oh.
mean, I'm gonna be honest.
And what was your intent when you reached back?
Well, if I'm going back, I have a pure intent of, okay, I screwed up and I'm gonna try to make it work.
Oh, so-
like I know
so-
I
so-
missed, I
okay.
blocked
So
my
when-
own blessing at that time, and now
So whenever you reached out, it's because you screwed up.
exactly.
See, you see,
But most of the time, men do the screwing up.
see that sound like
Oh.
that sound like when you talk about
Wait, hold on.
See,
Hold
that
on.
sound like
No,
what-
let's go.
what we
Let's
talking
go
about
there.
right now.
I like that.
That sound like whipper
Let's go
pill.
there.
That's like the whipper pill.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when somebody just can't let go. Babyface, remember that Babyface song? How it went?
Think of with you.
Ooh, that's that
Can
whipper
you
pill.
put some words in that?
got that whipper pill.
Oh, I thought that was butter love.
Whip it on me. What a little.
So-
The way y'all
So-
came in.
go ahead, Real. I just really think it depend on whatever kind of connection y'all had when y'all was together.
Mhm.
You know, and
Working on
like what you talking about, what you and Chris are talking about, that's something like a Crystal. That's something like a whipper pill, man. When you can't let go, like I'm always trying to get back with you, or you trying to get back with him. That's like a little whipper pill. He got you whipped
First
a
of
little bit
all,
now.
It
He
ain't
got
an
you whipped.
always thing. It was like a one time you said no, okay, I get it. And
Yeah,
I'm going
yeah.
about my business.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's like a one time thing. It's not a constant thing.
Well, my thing and my question would be when you talk about whipper pill, right? Is it true that somebody always have someone
Mm.
that is constantly just going to be there? You know they there. You know they there. Right? They just waiting for. They just wait for that call. Is that some common amongst men and also women?
You
Chris,
got one
do
of
you
those?
answer
Do
that?
you have one of those?
I personally do
I
not
ain't
have
got
one
one
of
of those.
those.
I
I
sure
don't.
don't.
Not that I knows of. Like, I mean, nobody has ever come out and be like, I'm always here. Like,
Well, they're not gonna necessarily come like that, but they just
They're
there.
not very honest.
Hmm?
So I think it comes down to maybe people view it as the right person, wrong time.
Okay.
So you have these phases in your life and you going through all these things and you just pushing people aside and you're not really paying attention to the good stuff. And then when things settle, you realize that you might have lost something
Mm-hmm.
and you come back to try to revisit it.
Mm-hmm.
So I have viewed that as it could have been the right person at the wrong time. So sometimes I don't permanently close the door.
Okay.
Do you think that that person will always be there though, or do you think that that's like a one-time revisit type of deal?
Did you not? She got that whipper pill, so he gonna always be.
Oh no, I was just making sure. 'cause
Not
That's a good question.
necessarily.
Answer
I
that.
mean,
Answer
it's,
that.
it's
Yeah, that's a good
something more
question.
so of
And I
like
don't-
having
Yeah.
people
You
that
got that
revisit the past, you know. But what he sounded like was it was more stagnant of
Yeah.
like this person is like the little nerd you passed up in high school who always wanted to like hold a door for you and take you to prom and love you,
Yeah.
and then you never gave him a chance, and then 10 years later
They still
he's
there.
still there,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
waiting on his chance to like be that person for you. No
I
matter
feel
That
that
go
if
to
I
your
would have
question.
allowed someone to be that person for me, then
Mhm.
yes. But I'm very honest and upfront. I will let them know that this is not going to be a thing.
and
I
that's
don't
true.
see you in that
I
way.
go back.
Well, I think it's
okay.
I think it's always somebody waiting,
Lingering.
whether we know it or not. It's
Right.
somebody waiting with all of us right now, waiting
Right.
on the opportunity.
Right.
That's right.
You know, whether we know it or not. I mean, but as far as me just knowing somebody on the side, like just really waiting, like I just know they right there. No, I don't know.
And
that.
how do we figure that out? How
I'm
do we
with you,
know
dog,
that
Barbara.
someone's
Yeah, I
just
don't know that.
waiting for us? Because I mean, I think a lot of us have said we don't know if that's true for us.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's true for me. How do I figure that out?
Well, you
know?
don't have to figure
Well,
out what if they
I was just finna
what if they
say-
tell you.
I'm gonna tell you right now, in the Veterans Marriage Club, shit, we ain't think about that shit like God bother, man.
Yeah.
Shit, I don't.
I hear what you're saying,
give a
POP,
damn,
but
bro.
what if they tell you they hey, I'm here.
And then I'm
I'm
gonna
waiting
say,
for a slip.
stay there.
I know that's
Yeah,
right.
well,
I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn because you here now. I can't help you because you
That's
there.
real shit.
Well,
That's
you
real
can
shit,
stay
though.
behind
Yeah.
there now.
Yeah.
You
Hell
can tell me
yeah.
you can tell me that all day.
Stay your ass there.
Yeah, I mean,
Because
you either
they,
feel the same way or you don't.
We're not
Honestly,
saying
and
Bob
if you
Barber.
don't feel that way.
We're not saying that you trying to take advantage of the situation. We just saying is that person, have they told you that they're there?
No, I haven't been in no situation like that.
Right.
But I'm telling you, if somebody told me that,
Right.
I'm gonna say, well, you can stay where you at.
Right.
Bingo.
But
That's
Reggie,
real.
would that
Final
be the,
answer.
real.
would that be the same thing as like sometimes we go with people and we break up with them, but we know that if we were to revisit it, they'll always come back. Would that be the same thing, or is that different? Like I know if I go back to one of my exes and I'm like, hey, I want to really try and make this work, he'll be like, cool, let's try.
Damn.
Hey.
So
Hey.
wait.
Mhm.
Even if he's involved
I
with
was
somebody
just-
right now,
that's- He's involved with someone.
you feel like you got the power?
Me personally, just because I'm so supportive of other women, I would never do that. But if it came down to it, and if I wanted him, I could go there and be like, I want this, and he's gonna drop everything and make this happen.
Damn, cuz.
There
There it is.
My
There it
dog,
is.
hey,
There it
boy,
is
you got
then.
some-
There
you
it
got
is.
some confidence in yourself.
So let me ask you this. Another question for you guys. That was a good dialogue.
Okay.
I want to know, man, is love a feeling or is it a choice?
Love
I think it starts
me
off as a feeling,
in
and I think
your
it becomes a
special
choice because
way.
you fall in love based off of lust, but then you fall in love more based off of their actions and who they show you that they are. And people are naturally flawed, and every day you choose that person based on their flaws and not on their, pros. So I think that it starts off as a feeling, but it becomes a choice because I know a lot of people who are still married and together, they have love for each other, but they're not in love as they were like 20 years ago. And they just
Is that
choose
the
to
choice
love this
part?
person.
Is that the choice part?
Yeah, they choose to stay with this person and love this person because they love them, but they are just not as in love as they used to be. And I think it's because of things that they've
That's real
I think
deep.
it's because of
Boy,
things
you
they've
over there
gone through.
rocking,
Like
boy.
some people
That's
have gone
real deep.
through cheating situations. Some people have gone through emotional abuse and stuff. And those are things that you don't think you can come back from, but those are things that you can later on forgive and be like, I choose you because I know who your true character is. So it's a choice every day to stay there and love that person through their worst times and see them at their best. So it's a choice at that point.
So POP, according to what Lashelle said, so you are choosing to stay in your marriage and choosing to love your wife, even though those pet peeves and she get on your nerves or why you do this or you ain't doing that. Love a choice or is it a feeling?
I don't know about none of that shit. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
I know one thing. I ain't gonna mess Lachelle's name up again.
All I know
Lachelle
is
Right.
hard today.
Huh?
She's coming hard.
I'm in love with my wife, and it's
What does that mean though, bro?
like I'm in love with her. Like I care for her. And everything that come with her.
But
So-
is that
That's
because
not a
you're
choice.
choosing to love her through her flaws? Like when you first met your wife, she never portrayed that, she may be very untimely or, that she may get an attitude at the worst times of the day for you as soon as you get off. But that's just who she is. She never showed you that. But after you've developed this feeling of love for her, you've chosen to stay because that's just who she is. And she can work on that and make it better, but it's a choice for you to stay, or you could just be like, I'm done with this.
But
I don't want
Lachelle,
to deal with this.
how about that be a choice that you're choosing to stay,
Mhm.
but the love is still a feeling because I fell in love with this person. This is the person I fell in love with. So regardless of the flaws and all that, but I that's just who I fell in love with.
Do you think that you stay in love with the people you fall in love with initially?
Well, really, me personally, I want loyalty before I want love.
Okay.
So if you showing me loyalty, if you giving me loyalty, that the love is gonna come. So that question really, you know what I'm saying, with me, because whether it's a feeling or a choice, if you loyal to me, I know I can trust you. I ain't got to worry about you cheating. Da, 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 da,
What
da.
if she betrays
Hold
your
on.
loyalty later on though, after you've fallen in love, and you're
If
like, this
if
is the
if
best.
she's betrayed my loyalty, there's nothing there no more.
Well, let's
Okay.
let's
That
go
goes
here.
back to
No,
the
no.
choice.
That goes
though.
back to
no.
a choice though. You can continue to
girl.
stay there and see her through. Like, let's say she cheated.
But I still
You
might
can
be,
see her
but-
through that, or
but-
you can decide to leave. But it's a choice.
I still might be in love with her, but I just chose not to be there.
Exactly. And so I guess like the follow-up question to your question would be like, does love make you stay, or does love make you, or is love okay for you to leave?
I think the word love is what you make of it.
Mhm.
Because everybody loves different. Everybody loves something different. What I love in a woman might not be what they love in a woman. What you love in a man might not be what everybody else loves. Love it comes in different ways, different directions. It's whatever you make of it.
And at
The
end of
word
day, you
love
gotta-
is powerful, man. When you say love, it's powerful, no matter what it is.
It's definitely
especially
powerful, but
especially
powerful, man.
unconditional
Yeah,
love,
right.
unconditional love. Because
But
once
that
you
still-
decide
I
you
think
love
that
someone,
still comes with. I think the loyalty still comes before the love.
Wait, hold on, B Mobile. I don't know. This loyalty stuff, bro. I don't know if I'm flying with that
Okay.
because, like you said, okay, your old lady can have a lot of loyalty. I mean, she's loyal to you, right?
Well, how
She's
can-
loyal to you.
How can
Like,
you be
she's-
loyal to me if you don't love me?
Well, you
She's-
got
no, I'm
friends
not-
for that.
I'm not
There's some
asking-
friends
Right.
that will never leave your side, and
Yeah.
they're
They
loyal
just-
to you. They got your back
Right.
into the day.
They
That's
love
love,
me.
but
They
they're
love
not
me.
in love with you.
That don't mean they in love.
No.
You know?
Listen to me. I'm not. I think in love and all that.
B, I'm gonna
It's
help you
feeling
out.
stuff.
I'm gonna help you out because
Nah.
one of the true definitions or examples of staying
You
loyal.
can be in love with a friend, though. Like seriously, like
B.
you my dog. I'm in love with all y'all. TBT.
Not in love. You're not in love. You got. I
I
think you love them.
No.
Like
wait,
you're
hold
not
on,
in
hold
love.
on.
You have love
I think
for
the love.
them.
I think the type of love you talking about is the love that you should have for our friends at UGH Clinical.
Yo, Garbar, man, you took your COVID-19 test yet?
Yes, I did, man. I took my test, man. I took my COVID test. I got family and friends looking to take the test. All the sites closed now. So where they go? Where they go to take
I
it?
that same problem.
No,
Where they
I
go?
got some homeboys, Robbie and Greg Stevenson, man. They still doing testing.
Yes, sir.
But I ain't got all the info on that.
Yes,
I think
sir.
experience do
Yes,
though.
sir. That's UGH. Be
That's
mobile.
right, that's
UGH.
right, that's
What's
right, that's
UGH,
right.
dog? You're in good hands. Clinical service. Okay. All right.
It's a private company that's been committed to providing COVID-19 accessible and affordable and mobile COVID-19 tests since the pandemic began.
Okay.
You know, and now with Manatee County shutting down their sites, their testing sites, free testing sites, hey, these guys are committed to continuing to provide accessible and affordable COVID-19 tests, whether it's for your home, your business, it doesn't matter. Whether you need a rapid test, PCR, antibody, it's whatever. Call them and they will pull up.
Wait. You saying pull up on them?
Yes, sir. Mobile.
Pull up in your driveway
Mobile.
and they come in the house?
As in be mobile. Yes, sir. No. They don't even need to come in the house, B.
What?
They pull up to your driveway. Very convenient.
Well, that's first class service there.
All you gotta do is call them. All you gotta do is call them. Make
What's
a
that number? What's that number?
941
Wait, hold up.
351 4100. Once again, that's 941 351 4100. And if you mention TBT, they'll show you a little love with a little discount.
Wait, hold on. Is that on the record?
That is on the record. Now back to the regularly scheduled program.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your fee.
Okay, but Pop has said, well, the experience has said.
Put some respect on my
Yeah,
name,
yeah,
cuz.
look,
What's wrong with you?
I'm trying to give credit where credit is due. But you said, what if it's unconditional love? Unconditional means if someone hurts you,
I'ma love you
or
through
if
all
someone
your
never
flaws.
hurt you, you love them through that.
Through
But
all
isn't
your
that a
flaws, yeah.
choice? Because I can say for me, hey, I'm in love with this person, but you cheat on me, you hit me. I'm not coming back from that. I can still love you from afar, but it's a choice to stay with you and make this love work and grow deeper.
Right. So it sounds like you saying love comes before choice. Is
I
what you're telling me.
said love is
Absolutely.
a feeling
And that's what I
first,
agree.
but what if you can't stand a person later on in y'all relationship? What if you just hate his face and you can't really understand that,
Well,
like,
you making a
hey,
choice.
like this is going on, you know, like, or and they make you mad while you are in that dislike stage. what makes you stay?
Right. Well,
You
here's the
choose
deal.
to stay,
I
right?
think the initial attraction, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Oh, but what if we're like
At
30
first
years
sight.
older from when you met us and we don't look the same? Our bodies are
That's that
not built the
change.
same. You know, I
well, shit. I'm glad I'm married. I ain't got to deal with that shit you talking about. Cause I don't know what the hell. Yeah. So hey, I get it. I get it. All I'm saying is, you know, love at first sight. You make that choice. You know, whether you're gonna be interested in somebody or not. And then once you get to know that person from there, it's a choice if you want to decide to try to hang in there and
mm-hmm.
perpetuate that love, I guess, so to speak. So
I agree with you. So you're saying that love is a feeling first and then a choice, or is it a choice first and a feeling and then a choice?
I think it is a feeling. I think it is a
Okay.
feeling. I think it is a feeling. Me personally,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it was the feeling.
But-
I felt some love.
But was that
When I
love
first
or was
saw-
that lust?
Shit, I don't know. All I know is shit. When I seen Kyla Lynette in Camelot, remember the Soto Square Mall? That's my first time
Listen,
seeing her.
When
was
I
like,
seen
damn,
Joe
bro.
at the Rib
I was
Fest.
like, I want that girl.
Mhm.
I ain't gonna lie.
Joe.
Yeah,
So-
Joe, and it was
so-
free to get in. I
So
was
do
out
y'all
there.
believe in love at first sight? Do y'all believe in that? Is that
Is that possible?
Lust
bruh?
at first sight.
lust at first sight, love at first sight? Is that possible? Like,
Yeah,
I think it is
y'all
possible.
wanna put my camera on both of us? Just
I
put it
think
in the
it
middle.
is possible.
I believe at love at first sight. Have I ever experienced it? I don't think I have, or I would be in love right now. But
you know,
I do believe in love at first sight. I just don't think I've ever experienced it. But I mean, I feel like one day I will.
mhm,
But I do believe in it.
you believe in it?
Do you believe in it?
Yeah, I believe it. I think anything is possible, man. Especially in the world we living in now. Back, I'm a little older, so it was more traditional back then. It's no such thing as love at first sight. You're not supposed to live with somebody before you get married and all that stuff. But I think nowadays, this new era, it could be love at first sight. You can live with a person 10 years before you marry them, you know. And I just think it depends on the person, the conversation, the mood, because I think it's possible. I think it's possible.
Do you
How
think
do you-
it's?
Oh, I'm sorry,
Do
go
you think
ahead,
it's
Kristen.
possible to fall in love more than once?
Good question.
That's a good
Great.
question,
That's a great
Crystal.
question. I think so.
I don't think it's possible for me to fall in love.
Good
Look,
answer.
I think y'all keeping it censored because y'all married. Look,
So
I
God,
thought we
Bob,
was talking about
so
the
what?
truth
Hey,
being told.
real.
I don't
Let's
think it's
be
possible.
honest.
So,
We know that people.
TBT.
I'm being
So what the
honest.
God Bob is trying to say
Yeah.
is, prior to Miss Jermaine,
Were you never in love?
you weren't in
before
love.
that? You never
Because
experienced
because
like
you
middle
obviously
school
got to be in
love.
love with Miss.
I can't say this. This is the honest truth. The first female that I ever fell in love with is the one I married.
Okay.
Boy, that's
Hey,
all right
that's
there.
very.
That's
unique. That's
real.
exceptional to
Because
the
I
rule.
felt like if I'd have fell in love with any other female, I'd have married them.
Mm-hmm.
But the first female I ever fell in love with is the one I married.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
What
are
about the
you?
rest of y'all?
I don't meet.
Well, you're going to have a nice
I
meal
don't
waiting on you
believe-
when you get home.
I mean,
Uh-huh.
I'm assuming it is possible, but for me, I don't think I can love two people the same, man. That's just me.
But do you
I
think
got
that
one brain,
love
I
is
got one-
protected, or do you think having a soulmate is protective? I don't think you can have more than one soulmate, but I think that you can love more than one person. You can fall in love multiple times.
I think that's possible, and I think it depends on what you fall in love with that person. You might love this man for his sex. You might love that man for his money. You might love this man because he dressed nice. You might love that man because he smelled nice. I don't know. It could be different ways. I don't think you can love him the same way. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you can love. I mean, I can't say that.
Define love for us.
Yeah.
Well, to me, love is honesty. Okay, respect. Okay, confident in yourself, you know, in the way you carry yourself. And it's so, man, I can go on all day about the word love, man.
So you don't think multiple women can possess those same characteristics that you just explained to us? You don't think multiple women that if you weren't married that would that would cross your path would be able to portray those same things to you? Or
I don't think most women can do that to me.
okay, no, that's a very
Yeah.
good
I
stance
can't.
right there. That means you have a lot of self-control.
Yeah, I can't handle more than one woman now. You know,
Mhm.
you caught me back in
Oh Lord,
1988, 87, Southeast. Some of those days when I was slam dunking. Yeah. I'm back to talk to two girls at
You
one
were slam
time.
dunking more than just basketball,
There
huh?
you go.
Well, no, I can't say all that. Now. We're gonna stay with basketball now. I'm gonna stay with basketball now.
Listen, you took it to the 80s.
No. Yeah, I was just saying the basketball on the court. On the court. Slam dunk that rim. 10 feet. 10 feet up there.
Oh,
10
no.
feet.
But you said that's when all the women were coming after you, right?
Yeah.
At
yeah,
those times, that's what I'm
I
saying.
think they was coming at me, but I'm on the court. I'm on the court.
You focus.
I'm shooting a jumper. I'm shooting a jumper.
Pop, do you believe that you can be in love with, like, you can be in love multiple times? Not at the same time, but like just throughout life. Do you think that you can experience being in love more than once?
Human beings, yeah, that's possible.
Yeah, it's possible.
I think it's just possible.
What do you
Yeah,
guys think?
Because I think it's possible because I think, you know, not everybody, but I think most people can say they have been in a situation or relationship that didn't necessarily work out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely think
And
it's
so,
possible
you know,
to
at that point in time, you know, whether it was the female or the male, whichever end, they were probably giving their all to that relationship, and it just didn't work out for whatever reason. So it's on to the next one, right?
Mhm.
You know, Mary J. Blige, not gonna cry,
Yeah.
waiting to
Yeah.
exhale,
Yeah.
You're not going
you know,
down,
on to
huh?
the next one. You know, and I think if you don't, you'll never find love if you hold on to the thought that you can never love again.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's powerful.
Yeah.
Write that shit down. The
Yeah,
experience
for
said
real.
it.
Quote that.
Yeah.
Listen, love is a
Absolutely.
lot of things, but it's not unsure. And
Absolutely.
when she,
Now, I'm gonna now. I ain't gonna go too deep, but since we're going down memory lane,
Mhm.
you know, one of my pet peeves for the women would be you were in previous relationships, right, and it didn't turn out the way you wanted it to turn out, but then now that you with me or whoever else, you're almost you're kind of punishing the person who you're currently talking to or with
The baggage.
because of the negative experiences you had in the past,
Mhm.
which is not fair. I'm like, I ain't got nothing to do with that shit, you know.
But I got a question for y'all too. How do y'all like to be received? I mean, how do y'all like to receive love?
so what are our love languages? Is
Yeah,
that what?
like how would you like to receive love, like from a man? Like, how would you like to be loved from a man?
Mine is quality time, words of affirmation, and physical touch.
Mine's are acts of service, quality time, and then physical touch.
So I think that would be different for every one person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But one thing that I have recognized is learning someone else's love language is important
Yeah.
Yeah.
because I may receive love one way and you may receive love one way. But if I'm not willing to learn your love, you're not feeling loved. There's going to be times where you don't feel that. So it's my responsibility to make sure I give you love the way you receive it. So I have to learn that. So I think it's important to learn a person.
So isn't that part like one of the most difficult things that couples experience because they don't take the time out to learn that language, or they don't intentionally? Because sometimes you got to be intentional
Mm-hmm.
about making sure that you are doing the things that are making a woman or a man feel good about themselves, or actually feel like they're being um, considered,
Okay.
and also at least feel that sense of love.
That goes
Yeah.
back to choice and communication.
Mhm.
So if you're not communicating what your love language is, how is that person going to receive it? or give it?
Exactly. Like she said, it's all because the person needs to know what they need to be loved too.
But what if
Like
that
they can't
person
just
is?
expect us to understand
What
what
if that
you can't
person
expect
is?
me to understand what you need to be loved when you don't really know what you need to be what you need to be loved. Like we understand our love languages, but a lot of times when you ask a man what his love language is, he automatically goes to physical touch. But at the end of the day, when you're talking to this man, you realize he needs a lot of encouragement. He needs a lot of support, which makes it
Wow.
words of affirmation, but he doesn't know that about himself, so he can't tell me that that's what he needs from me. And so it takes us digging deeper and going beyond ourselves to figure you guys out instead of you guys communicating that and telling us just, or you guys figuring it out yourselves and letting us know that that's what you need. Because y'all don't want to read the 5 love languages book, you know? You guys just want to you hear them and you're like, oh, well, that sounds more convenient for me. That sounds more of so what I like. But women, I think we've taken an approach that we know that words can be deceiving. So we know we need to understand what all 5 love languages are before we label ourselves. But you guys just think that, oh, like, yeah, I like sex, so I'm gonna go with physical touch. That's very important in my relationships. Instead of it's like, yeah, that's important, but that's not the mainstream of intimacy.
So
How can we get intimate with you without taking you into a bedroom? How can we show you 23 hours out of the day that we love you without taking you into the bedroom?
so in that sense, you're speaking in terms of a woman taking the time out to learn their love language or trying to figure that part out. But what about a guy not really taking that time to figure out what's your love language? How does that affect you?
A lot. It's a challenge.
And that's why you see more women like us with
Who are
high
single.
standards single because we don't want to have to teach you everything about us, because as women we know that you guys kind of lack in the communication area, so we learn you guys on our own. We introduce you to new experiences so we can see how you react in that environment, so then we can gauge you. But you guys are like, tell me what you want to do. You want to go on a date? Tell me what you want to do on this date. Tell me this, tell me that. And now it's like we're having to train you guys instead of you guys actually just going out on your own and trying to learn us.
Wow.
Does that make sense?
Wow, that make a lot of sense. Make a lot of sense.
And so I think that's like
And
that's
it's
why a
almost
lot
like
of
what you said,
well-educated
Hey,
women are
hey.
single is because we don't want to train
Hey,
someone.
Green,
We don't have the
it's almost
patience.
like what
for
you
it.
said about when we say back in the day, the old people say a woman will
Yeah.
tell you everything
Absolutely.
that they
If we-
want.
If a man just
You know what I'm
sit
saying?
down
The man
and
just
listen,
sit down and listen.
a
Yeah.
woman will tell you everything that you need to know.
So Green, do
Nah,
you
nah,
think
nah.
do you think that's a lot of the issues in relationships? That is it more so the man or is it more so the woman?
That's a good question.
I-
Because I really want to
she
hear what
sounding
y'all
smooth as
perspectives
hell
are.
over here, and then
Yeah.
low key, words can be deceiving. In other words, you men are capable of lying. I caught that, but that shit is on both sides. Don't sit up and
Yeah.
act like. Come on now,
I agree.
you
I mean, she
sounding
happens to
smooth
be a
now, but
very good
that shit on both
communicator.
sides now.
Yeah.
There's some women that are not very good
Yeah.
communicators.
No,
so
and
I'm
I
sure
don't-
you all have
yeah.
encountered that,
Right.
where a
Yeah.
woman is not really telling you what she needs because she doesn't know how.
And if I'm not mistaken, earlier you said something in the neighborhood of, you'll tell us what we want to hear.
But that's not when I'm telling you about me. I'm going to tell you the truth about what I need from you in order
Yeah.
to feel love and to be received.
But what I want to,
But
what
I'm
I
gonna
want to
tell you
hear is
what
not
you
all,
need-
not
I'm going to tell
necessarily
you
the
what
truth.
you need to hear, because that's part of words of affirmation. You need to feel like you are big dog, like you are the man in charge. So if I tell you I
gonna
got 25 bodies, you're going to feel like, like, let's be honest, men's pride get hurt real quick.
Yeah.
So if I
Yeah.
tell you I
Yeah.
got just
I'm
2 bodies, you're
sensitive.
going to be like, ooh, I'm number 3. I'm going to make this the best you ever had. Like, you ain't going to want nobody after this. But if I tell you I got 20, you're going to be like, how do I measure up to this?
So
Like,
do it
you-
matter
You're
if a
right.
man
You're
tell
right.
y'all
You're right.
that they had 25 women before they
Shit,
met?
no, I'm gonna
before
be
they
the
got
bad
with you?
guy. I'm
Do
gonna
that
be a
matter?
real
Do that
Davis
matter?
on
Like-
that.
like-
No,
Say like y'all out to eat.
Mm-hmm.
You
That's
and
a
the
good
guy.
question, Green.
And y'all play this like let's tell the truth. Let's play a little truth game.
Mhm.
And then you ask me, how many women you had before me? And I say 25.
We don't view it the same as you all
So that's not a turn off.
because we feel like we gonna be better.
Mm.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a turn off for me. I don't want to know really about your past encounters, but I know for me, when you are encountering me, I probably had one or two bodies at the most. So when you tell me you were further street, pretty much, that's not attractive. Like I don't want someone who everybody has had the chance of knowing on that level, because for me it's more intimate and it's more emotional. Like I want you to be selective and respectful to yourself, that you value yourself enough to not give yourself to that many people. So for me it's a turn off if I know that multiple women in that sense of like 25 have been able to have you. For me, I don't want to know that. And if
So-
you tell me that, I'm going to be like, like I appreciate the honesty, but that's just not what I'm looking for.
So I have a question because you made me think about this as you were talking. I've heard this happen in the past, and and this has come up between young ladies or girls or women having conversations about their significant other, and they may have talked a little bit too much. When I say that, meaning what their partner have done in the bed. So I've heard sometimes when women are in conversations like that, and even with men, when you talk about what your partner is doing to you,
Pressure.
does that intrigue the bystanders?
Why are you looking at me, T Green?
No. Hey, listen. No. I know. I
Other
want to
people,
see.
other people
No, I
listening
want to
in.
see where y'all about to
Yeah,
come
people
from.
that's listening, does that intrigue you? Like, do that make you like, oh shoot, I want some of that too?
I mean,
Well, I think
Mm.
it depends on
I like
what you trying to get at that person. Now, if that person, if I'm digging that person,
God, Barbara, I'm asking you, does that intrigue you to want that person as much as?
you talking about if
How much is what?
a lady tells me what she done to her ex.
No.
No,
If your homeboy's talking and they say, man, boy, what she did this, ooh, she got that fire.
Oh,
No,
that depends on, man. Hey, man,
I'm not even.
that's like where you at, man. If you
Yeah, I ain't.
if you
listening to
if
that.
you a
That's
guy,
you my homeboy. What the hell I'm worried about? Why would why am I want your old lady and you? Like we just talking. So why is that gonna make me want your old lady if you my homeboy?
I'm
well,
asking that.
obviously that must not be his lady if he's telling you what she can do to him.
but maybe
No.
he's just like in a comfortable space where he feels that he can share that experience with his boys. Because
Yeah.
when men get together, they talk about
They
things.
talk.
Same with
Well-
women, though. I'm
well-
not gonna act like we don't get together and we don't share experiences. It's like, like
Well, I'm finna be real. This some grown man stuff right here.
Yes, sir.
My circle, my grown man circle, we don't discuss that kind of stuff, man. I don't think you tell nobody, man, what your girl or whatever your significant other is doing to you
They ain't none of your
in the
motherfucking
bedroom.
business,
What the hell
I
you
think
want to tell his homeboy that for?
I think the older you get and the
Yeah.
more
But I'm
mature
not
you
saying-
get, it
I'm-
becomes like an off limit thing. But
Right.
think about when you were 28 or you were like 20, like
Yes.
21 or 18 through 28.
Yeah.
You were sitting there shooting a breeze. Like
Yeah.
you were like, oh, like, yeah, old girl did this, old girl did that. And it was like in your
Yeah.
mind, it
Oh,
low
yeah.
key made you want to experience. But as you get older and you realize what's important and you realize how much you respect your
If-
woman, you don't want the world to know
Right.
that
If it's,
about her.
if it's somebody I'm into, I would never do that.
Okay.
You know, but if it's just somebody I know that's what we used to call back in the days a freak, and I know she don't care, and she just ready to do whatever, then yeah, I might say, hey man, look, man, I got this girl, man,
Man,
she do
But
this
that's
and that.
because
Hey,
you
Secret.
respect your
Secret.
you respect
Secret.
your woman enough
Yeah,
not to
because-
put her business
Yeah,
out like
if it's
that.
somebody I'm
Hey.
caring about, I can't do that.
well, let me
man.
tell y'all about a story in school, man. When I was in college,
University of Florida,
University of Florida, man.
Gators,
What's
Gators.
up?
what's up?
What's up?
Listen. And it goes along with this whole scenario of people talking. Man, it was this girl on campus that all the guys pretty much kind of had they time. And from what I hear, ooh, she was a dragon. You know what I'm saying? She
But
boy,
was
she-
dragging.
Some of
Boy,
us don't know
boy.
what dragon
I
means.
know.
Please
Boy.
elaborate. Like
I-
women in the room don't know what that means.
I don't know
Please
what
tell
dragon
us.
means.
Yeah,
either,
tell
man.
us. Please tell us.
it don't mean nothing special.
I do know dragons blow fire.
Right.
That's what I was going to say.
Hey.
Blue fire?
Hey, she blew a lot of fire.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna
So
use
she set the
my-
room on
Are,
fire.
are
gonna
we
use
talking
my
about
education,
fire in a hole?
and I'm
Or are we
gonna take
talking
a,
about fire like she just blew?
So
I think we
Hey.
should just let him finish.
I
gonna
need
take
to
an
know.
educated guess.
That can be
Hey, I think we
interpreted
should just let him
multiple
finish the
ways.
story, y'all.
So the thing is, man, the way they talked about this girl and what she did to them, I ain't gonna lie, it made me feel like, shoot, man, I want to experience that. You know what I'm saying? I really want to experience that.
That's too many
The-
times you're gonna say it experience, but go
Well,
ahead.
I want to experience that, right?
Go ahead.
But the thing is, what got me is I wasn't into the whole 25, 30 bodies. That part killed the whole thing for me. But the fact that it was brought up, the fact that it was mentioned, talked about what she did, you can't tell me y'all didn't never think about. Dang, I want some of that. Really? Y'all never thought about that?
Wait.
Can I ask a question to all y'all?
Hey, boy, I'm about to go to on the record. B.
Wait,
Hold on.
can I ask y'all a question though?
Really, B?
Wait, Reggie just made a really good point. He said the fact that the world was telling him that a woman had 20 to 25 bodies turned him off. Why is it acceptable for a man to have that count, but it's not acceptable for a woman to have that
That's
count?
the double standard.
Why is that? Like,
I don't know, ma'am. It's the same reason why
It's like six
a
hand-
woman
six
can
on
walk
one
in the
hand, half a
room
dozen
with
on
her
the other.
best friend and she can sit on her lap and there's no issue. Dude, I can't walk in the damn shop and sit on T Green lap. So
Yeah, that'd be an issue.
exactly.
That'd be a real damn issue.
but
right
that,
there. Ain't no
So the
grown man
hell if
sitting
I
on my
know.
damn lap.
but let's really think about
So-
it.
That's a real
Like,
issue right
No,
there.
no,
when men are promiscuous,
we not
it's
finna
a
duck.
pimp.
Secret, that's
When
it.
women,
Yeah,
when
yeah,
women are
yes.
promiscuous,
Me.
it's a
Yes.
We
I
not
ain't
finna duck because the last hangout, if
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken, somebody said they didn't have a problem with somebody catching 20 to 25 bodies. Now all of a sudden you was at UF and you had an issue. You wanted to experience that, but you had an issue because she had 20 to 25 bodies.
Alright.
Mister, it don't matter.
Talk
to me now.
No, I got to answer this.
Oh,
No, I got to answer this. I got to answer this.
Before you answer that, real,
Yeah.
I got to clear this up. To the guys out there who do sit in other guys' lap, I ain't got nothing against that. But ain't no guy sitting in my lap. You know.
He
Now
can
back
walk
to the-
in.
Back to the question.
He can walk in and sit in real lap, but he ain't sitting in yours.
No, ain't no guy sitting in nobody's
Nah,
lap.
you can't walk in my lap. That's your chill. Don't try that.
Hey, B, you mean almond joy ain't those?
Oh,
So-
no.
Almond
So-
joy.
No.
So the answer to that.
Take the
so the
damn
answer
joy
to that-
out of it.
Okay, we
You're
got
right.
that. What's up?
You're right. You said
I'ma
last
take the joy out of him.
episode.
What's
Last
up?
episode, I did say.
Hold up.
Last episode, I did say
Uh-huh.
that would not matter to me.
Okay.
All right. Here's the thing. If I am dating or I'm trying to get to know somebody,
Right.
and we're having conversations about, your past or whatever,
Right.
I'm into this young lady.
Okay.
I'm feeling her, bro.
All right.
At that point, I'm taking that information and it's irrelevant to a certain extent to me.
Okay.
Now, to the young lady that was at Florida,
Right.
at that current time,
Right.
this is live action. I know what's going on. I'm in the midst of this whole situation.
What's it?
Here's
What's
the
the
difference. Here's the difference.
You know,
Here's the difference. I got my homeboy here. I got my other homeboy. I got my other homeboy. I got that homeboy. And I got that homeboy. I'm not doing it.
see.
It's
Okay.
association.
So that's what I was
That's-
talking about when I
So
referred
you
That's
are
the
just
pressure.
talking about the embarrassment of
said
it,
pressure.
of like you wifing someone who for everybody, right?
Absolutely.
But think about those athletes at U of F or Edward Waters.
Yeah.
Think about you guys. Where later on in life, when us good women meet you guys and we are presented with those same facts, although it's years later, we still have to like be reminded of, oh, he was on campus, he was for everybody pretty much, but it's more acceptable because we're like, oh, he's grown out of that. But if you meet a woman later on in life and they're like, oh, she was on campus. Oh, I remember her. She was that dragon. You're going to be like, nah, that's not it. Because
Can't make her wifey.
exactly.
Yeah.
So why is that? Like, we should be more
I'm
acceptable
sorry.
of your past, but men shouldn't be
One of
more
the ninth
acceptable of
wonders
ours.
the world. It's
That's
one
a
of the
good
ninth.
question. That's a good
It's
question.
one of the ninth
hold on.
wonders
Why-
of the
Why wouldn't
world.
that be a question for a woman though? Because you're the one that's accepting it.
I think for women, it's so common. Like, we're supposed, like, it's like we're expected to put up with it. You don't meet a lot of men who haven't had bodies. You meet more women who are virgins at the age of 30 than you do men who are virgins at the age of 30. And by the age of 30, they've gotten out of all of their fun. They're ready to settle down now. Women are typically ready to settle down at 22 years old. Men, 32. After they've done all their partying, gotten out all of their fun, and now we're like, oh, well, now we have this
You
man
said
that has been through
a good
everyone.
woman is
A good woman, it's like, we're going to wait on our husband. We're going to share this
So you
freaky
said
side
22
with
for a
just
good
our
woman, she ready
husband.
to settle down. She
A lot of women, like, because we have a clock. Like, we can't just wait until we're 50 to reproduce. You guys can reproduce up until you're like 70 and 80. We can't do that. We have to wait. Like, we have to be like 40 or younger majority of the time. And women are also family oriented people. We want a family. We want that structure. We want to be married a lot of times, We want that. A lot of men are not ready to do that until they're 30, 32. I know so many men that have said, I'm never getting married before I'm 30. Why? You've been with this woman for 6 years, though. When you were 24, you were with her. Now you're 30. What were you doing in that 6 years that made you say you didn't want to tie down your life to her? Like, but it's acceptable. It's not acceptable for women, though. It's like, no, you're supposed to lay down, get married, have kids, and raise a family. For men, it's like, sow your wild oats and then come to us.
Well,
and we're supposed to be accepting of it.
We just know y'all are not ready, so we are expected to wait.
Well,
Wow.
Here's the
Hey.
deal.
Wow.
Here's a fun fact check.
Pete.
That was good.
Before you
That's
say
the
that,
conversation that we have. We know within our circle when we're talking, well, they're not going to be ready. Women are expected to wait. Like she said, sow your wild oats. And then in your 30s, you'll be ready.
Think about it. If one of us
Wow.
were dating one of y'all and we said, oh, well, we're not getting married until we're 32, and you're 24 and you're ready to get married, what you going to do? You're going to leave. As a woman, it's like, well, society has told us that men don't develop and don't mature into this certain age, and then they don't really find themselves until 30, and then they're ready to settle down at this time. Y'all aren't taught the same things as women are, so we're told to accept that, but men are told that women do whatever that y'all tell us to do.
So do we need to blame this on generation after generation after generation after generation?
When do you change that narrative?
I do think that it's a generational curse because, back then, men were the head of households. What men says went. Like, women are just now, a few years ago, finding a voice for themselves. Like, we're able to say, we're going to stay single until we find that guy that compliments us and that respects us and that we value to that extent before we get married and give ourselves to them.
And some women look at it as shame, like they're ashamed. I personally don't feel ashamed. I'm willing to wait. I don't need to just attach myself to someone to feel better. I feel comfortable in my own skin, in my own environment, and in my own company.
So let me ask you this then. As a woman, if a woman decides she doesn't get married, she just live her life, live a comfortable 60, 70-year life, but she doesn't get married because she feels like there was never the right situation, would you consider that from a woman's perspective a failure in life?
That's a good question. I think a lot of women do, but I think as me and her, we don't. We rather wait on the right man to come along and do that, and if he never comes along, then cool. We're good with just us. But I think a lot of women hold value to if they're married, if they have kids, if they have a family, and that's how they define themselves because that's how society has told them to define themselves.
It also has a lot to do with what you said earlier, the biological clock,
Mm-hmm.
because some of that feels uncontrollable.
Right.
You get in a relationship, you're talking to someone, you might be at that stage as a woman or you express that stuff too early.
Right.
And then it makes that person back up from you because they all they hear is, I want to get married, I want to have kids, I want to have a family, I just want us to be together. Well, really, part of that is the biological clock. Other parts of it are just you want to be with that person.
So,
So
let me ask you this then. Would you rather die alone waiting on the right person, or die with the wrong person, so to speak? I don't even know if I asked that shit right, but I'm just asking. Would
So
you
die
rather
alone,
would you
waiting-
rather die alone waiting on the
Right.
on the right person, or live right now with the
The
wrong
wrong-
with the
with
wrong
right.
person?
That's actually a
like-
really good question, though.
That is.
Like Better
See?
Right got a song.
If
What that song
Mr.
say?
Right
She said,
won't get it,
Yeah.
I bet you Mr. Wrong will be
She
more
said-
than glad to hit it.
Hey, Better Right say a piece of man is better than
Okay,
no man.
because no
So-
pain,
so-
no gain.
so
Better
let me
Right
ask-
was
so-
stupid as hell
so-
back then.
so, Crystal-
I'll tell you right now,
So,
like she was stupid.
She said,
Like,
"Piece of
Now,
man
so
is
now
better
that y'all
than no
understand
man."
my question, are y'all gonna answer it? Before we really get
I
at you?
personally, I value myself so much that I would rather die alone than to settle for the wrong man, because I've seen so many people do it and they're not happy and they end up dying alone. Like, you just put yourself through all this stress and then later on down the road you get a divorce and you end up dying alone when you could have avoided that ageism
Right.
and you could have just lived your best life. So I would rather die alone than to die with
I would
someone.
have to agree because I experience life to the fullest. I don't let anything hold me back or keep me bound.
Okay.
So I would rather experience that full life with someone,
Absolutely.
but I'm not gonna allow myself to experience it with the wrong one.
True that. True that.
and that's a wow. That's an answer. Crystal. So what I'm hearing you say is that because you have this clock that's ticking, right?
It's called the biological clock.
As far as you producing,
That has been ticking.
yeah, that has
Back
been
in the day.
ticking.
It's not ticking now, but go ahead.
That has been ticking. Are you saying that if a man comes in your life, or let me ask you this, can you have a child, especially if you want one? Let's just say you want a child. You know that clock is ticking, but this scoundrel or all the other ones not ready,
Scoundrel.
right?
That's old school.
He made
Damn.
that word up.
Boy,
It
that
sound
is-
like
That's
Listen.
a good way to describe it.
yeah,
though,
that
but
was
go ahead.
before my
Right.
time, Reggie.
So-
Shoot.
Have a
So,
baby by a scowl.
is it a possibility that you will set aside your values, your morals, and all that
Wow.
to have a baby with somebody that you know is not right, but because I want a child so bad, you'll do it?
Well, I'm
Absolutely
like your
not.
boy. I'm like your boy on Coming to America.
Absolutely not.
That was
So
a
does
good
that
question.
mean
That
I'd
boy
go
you
to
good.
the
ready?
bank before I
That
get a
boy
child
good.
from a man I don't want.
Oh, well, they'll answer my question.
Wait.
What's
Say
your-
that again,
what's your-
Miss Crystal?
I'd go to the bank and get a deposit before I have a baby with a man that I'm not wanting to be with.
That's real.
Wait,
or
wait, wait.
I would adopt, or I would do something outside of my own body.
So adopting and going to the bank, you really don't know what you're getting. Like, you don't have a piece of you,
True.
right?
Well, I
Well,
do.
at
the
Half
bank-
of it's me.
At the
No,
bank,
no. If you go to the bank,
If you go to the bank,
if
yeah.
you go to the bank, yes.
The sperm
Adoption
bank.
is something totally different. All right. Let's say you go to the bank, but you don't know what else you're getting.
well, you do, because they do like a whole portfolio. On
You
these
believe-
dudes.
you
But
trust
it
that?
could be a lie.
You
Oh,
trust
yeah.
that?
I sure do.
So
I
you,
also trust in my heavenly Father, so I'm not worried.
He ain't gonna-
That was
I'm done with that
powerful.
one.
Gonna
With
set
that
it up
being
for
said,
failure.
I'm done with that one.
TBT
We gotta go on
viewers.
the
With
record.
that being said,
We gotta go on the record.
tonight Hangout Part 3.
Yeah,
Boy, we got the female side.
on the record.
Uh-oh.
We got to go on the record before we close it out, Pete.
On the record question.
Who players fuck up too?
Oh,
Hey.
We
On the
gonna
record.
run this shit back then.
On the record.
We
Hey,
going
you gonna
on
cook-
the record, ladies.
Uh-oh.
okay.
All right, fellas, who wanna? Well, damn, do your thug thizzle. Shit, on the record.
Since we're gonna go on the record, ladies, this is a part of the program that we ask you guys questions that is kind of putting you in a hot seat.
Okay.
So we want to just shoot some questions at you and see if you answer, but you must answer those with the truth, as truthful as possible.
I think we've been very truthful all night.
Right.
Well, we just gonna continue it because it makes it a little bit deeper.
Ooh, that boy sounding like Keith Sweat over there.
Okay.
When
Don't
I
blow
get-
his head up now.
when I-
That boy sound like Levert.
when I get-
Not
Baby,
Levert.
I told y'all
hold
when I
on
get
to
close
me.
to the mic, what happens?
What happened? Your voice get deeper.
It get a little bit boasted.
On the record, baby, what's that?
On the record. Hey, this question is for Miss Lashelle. Can you be in love with two people at the same time?
I don't think
it's
so.
more like, have you been in love with two people at the same time?
Hey,
That's what I want to know. It sound like,
Pop.
have you been in love with two people at the same time?
Pop, you in grown folk business right now.
Oh,
But that's
no,
not
we
even
on
the case.
record.
No,
You damn right.
I really
We
don't
on
think.
the record.
I don't think you can be in love with two people at the same time unless you're cheating. I think when you get emotionally attached to someone at that time while you're with someone else, it's cheating.
So
B,
I
basically,
don't think-
so basically
B,
your
B,
answer is yes.
B.
You can be in love
You
with two
can
people.
if you're cheating, but
B.
if you are with someone and you truly value that person, you cannot be in love with that person. Like you
Hey,
can't.
B,
I don't believe that you
you
cheat
can
when you are
kiss
in
my
love. That's
ass,
just my
sugar.
answer.
On the record, the question was, have you ever been in love with two people at the same time?
First of all, that was
Ain't
the
no first of all,
remix
that's a-
question because that's not what Mr. Real
So
asked.
in
Well,
other
that's my
words,
damn-
in
that's
other
my
words,
That's what he asked?
experience.
Oh,
in other words,
wait,
she's
wait.
saying-
Restate the
She
question.
is saying she pleads the fifth.
No,
she acting like Floyd Mayweather right now.
Wait.
We don't plead the fifth
Wait,
in
did
here.
you?
She
Wait,
ducking
did you?
that.
Crystal,
Yeah.
you next.
No,
we don't plead
Reggie,
the fifth in here.
did you
She's
say,
ducking that
have I
now.
ever
My
been in
answer
love
is
with two
no.
people at the same time? Or did you say, can I be in love with two
He
people at the
said
same
that.
time?
Damn it, I said that.
I'm saying, but the
Don't be
original
looking over there.
question
I'm
was
asking
like,
you the question.
have you ever, I mean, can you, right?
He
Okay.
said that.
Yeah.
I
since you
asked
put
your ass,
so since
have
you
you?
put it that way, ma'am.
Well, I have never been in
Boy,
love
answer-
with two people
boy, she
at the
just-
same
okay,
time.
so
I've
she
only
didn't
been
answer
in
that.
love with one person at the same time.
Okay,
Okay,
then.
there it is. That's the answer.
Damn, cuz. We had
Well,
to go
that
around the
came
block.
later, Pop.
So that means you supposed to answer real. then
Hey,
answer.
P, that's POP.
Thank you.
Put some respect on that.
My
cuz.
bad, the
The
experience.
experience.
I
Don't
have
make me
not
go
experienced
Birdman
being
up
in
in
love with two different
Wait a
people at the same
minute,
time.
dog, Bob.
We got
Where that
another.
come
We got
from?
another on the record question. I got one. Cause the hood got questions.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I don't know if we ready for hood questions.
Pop gonna get you.
Ask
He gonna
Crystal.
give you the experience.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Miss Shell from Waco, Texas.
It's Mart.
Who?
M-A-R-T.
Mark, Texas.
Mhm.
Oh shit, I ain't never.
That's that town with that one stoplight that you talked about.
That's
earlier.
right.
It's by Waco.
That's right. Will I? If I Google Maps that shit, will it show up?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. You. I gotta give you props. You had a hell of a debut on TBT. I ain't gonna lie. She brought some thunder, y'all. I think that's pretty much safe to say.
Mm-hmm.
So my on the record question is, oh, that good shit she talking over there. And if I'm not mistaken, she said she's single. For the fellas, TBT viewers, comment. Waco, she's a Mark. She's a Scorpio. You single? By choice or force?
What with society?
Cause all
is-
that shit, you sound good like so. You goddamn all that goddamn stuff you talking like. Why the hell
Listen,
you ain't? I mean, so damn. Are you single by choice?
with society
force.
is by force because men are not made like they used to be made. That's I'm gonna be very honest. Like
I'ma
it's
be
slim
real with you.
pickings out here.
The good ones are taken, man. All these
Exactly.
brothers
The
on
good
TV
ones are
set.
taken or
Oh, shout out to the TBT podcast crew, include my dog, Pretty Ricky is what they call him.
who?
So listen.
But
Y'all
I think
locked
by
in.
force, I'm single. Not because I don't want to share my life with someone and not because I don't want to be in love. It's just that my standards are up here and a lot of people fall down here.
Ooh,
That's just very true. I'm gonna be honest. It's by force. Like society don't make men like they used to back in the day. And that's just what it is. And
We got some on the
Look,
record.
and
Who else? Who else?
I stand on
So-
that.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So do y'all
Alright.
like men with a little rough around the edges? You gotta have a little roughness around the edges.
Describe, bruh.
Yeah.
Well, describe.
See,
rough,
that's what I
man.
was trying to get them to get. You know, they're like,
You
what
describe
is
rough.
rough? Like,
I don't know.
what does
It
that
was his
mean? Like a
question.
dude that ain't scared to scratch his ass in public or something?
Yeah.
Come on, my Sinead.
Right. Or
Love
Or
Jones.
I
Okay.
like-
a dude that got a little.
Okay.
Take the rough out and just say, do you
have
want
to
to?
be?
Do you want a
to be
super nice guy?
every day?
Do you want a super nice guy?
I
Yeah,
would like
baby,
a man
yeah,
to
baby,
be
yeah,
able to
baby.
be in more than one environment and feel comfortable.
Okay, so Babyface
You want
said,
someone who's
soon
versatile
as I get home.
and who's not just always rough around the edges. You like a
I
little
wouldn't mind a
razzle
little rough.
dazzle.
So do
I
y'all
like a
want
man that put
Babyface?
me in my place when
know
I
the-
need to be put in my place.
There you go.
And I mean, I'm
There you
very
go.
strong-willed, and I can be the lead because I'm very independent.
Okay.
But I also like a man that come in and be like, "Sure, you gonna shut up and sit down for right now."
Oh,
Like, and I'm gonna
shit,
sit
that's
down
what I'm talking about.
if you've shown me the way to just sit down. You know.
Okay,
I do like a little
so
razzle dazzle.
So Crystal and Shell, right? Babyface got a song, right? As soon as I get home, I'll pay your rent.
But we some
I'll
singing brothers
cook
tonight, boy.
your dinner too. Soon as I get home from work.
Mhm.
So you don't want that type of dude every day? According to what you're saying.
We cook dinner.
And even sometimes that's not sustainable every day
No.
as
That bum never
women.
cook.
So
That bum never
I would
cook.
never say I want that 100%. Like even when we are the ones taking care of the household, it doesn't work like that every day. But I want
You
someone
coming for
who's
me?
willing to pick up the slack when I'm slacking.
Before you go for her, one
Oh shit.
one
The
question.
negotiator. I wish I could see his shoes.
One question.
They're very attractive.
All right. I know y'all read the article with Fantasia and her husband about being, she being submissive to her husband. Like, so at one point, does a woman say, okay, like you said, sit down, you sit down. Like, at one point, do you as a woman, you say, I'm gonna be submissive, and you say something. That's what it is.
I mean, if you're a good lead, lead the way. I think it's all representative. But if there's a moment where I'm the lead, allow me to also do that. So I'm submissive if I feel like you're a good lead and I know you're putting me in the right direction.
And with submissiveness, like she said, comes like you being a good lead and vulnerability to show me that sometimes you don't have all the answers, and that's okay. Just like sometimes I don't have all the answers, but I'm willing to come to you and be like, I don't know this, babe. Like, show me. Vice versa, you do the same thing, and then I'll be like, oh, okay. Like, I understand you didn't know that. Now let me lead, but I don't know this. I'm gonna allow you to lead. So it's just about a
do
partnership.
You put it on the, like, is it like you put it on the spot in public, like?
Absolutely not.
Are you saying like, do we embarrass our men if they tell us to do something in public? Like,
I think sometimes that's the wrong representation of a strong woman.
Nah.
So
I'm
with a
ignorant.
strong woman, it doesn't mean that we're embarrassing our men.
I'm ignorant as hell.
It means that we have an opinion.
I'm just gonna say this.
But can I ask you a real question? Like, what do you mean about like putting it on in public? Like, can you give us a scenario of how we would react?
When you said, for instance, when you said, if it's something that we don't know, a situation or whatever comes up and we don't know it, and just say we at some friend's house or we in public, we around, some other people, family, anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Do you just
correct
bolt?
it in public?
Yeah, just.
No, for me, I'm more of like, I don't have to correct it in front of people, but it'll be a private conversation when we get home. In front of them, if I know you're very prideful and that makes you feel masculine, do what you got to do. But when we get home, it's going to be a private conversation as to how we could have addressed that situation better. But I mean, just because I let you take the lead, don't disrespect me either. Like, voice your opinion, but in a respectful manner. So that when I get home, I want to talk to you about it, and I don't want to hate you about it. You know what
I
I
would
mean?
hope too that my significant other will ask me for help. So maybe not in a public setting, or if we're off to the side, they might ask for my opinion. Because if you trust me that way and I trust you that way, we should be able to do that.
I mean, in front of your friends, your family, we're a team. So I'm never going to act like you're below me or above me. We're a team. So it's just, they don't know what's going on. You will know, though, when we get home, if it was that much of a problem for me.
Gotcha.
Pop, what was your question?
No, I have a question. My next. No POP. let me go to my next question so we can wrap this up, please.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Oh, yes, sir.
Crystal,
Yes,
you are biracial.
I am.
All right.
That's by mean too, right?
Bobby.
Two different
So
cultural
right.
parents.
So which
Yeah.
two then?
Yeah. What you about? What's your
My mother is black and my father's white.
okay? So let me ask you this question. Then we're gonna typically kind of close this out. This last question of on the record. There's a myth. I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm just gonna ask you because you are biracial. I don't know if you are attracted to this or you're attracted to that, or you're attracted to both. In your experience, in your lifetime, there's a myth out there that says that hey, this race is a little bit more
Aggressive?
no
Submissive?
no
Baby, what are you Squidward?
What has happened?
blessed
It's
than
funny,
the
y'all
other race. Just in your experience, can you share with us maybe
Kind of like the once you go black, you don't go back kind of thing?
yes.
Oh.
Well, so my question would be, uh, in your experience, Miss Cristal, once you go blessed, you want
Not go
once no,
blessed.
my bad. Once you go black, you don't go back. Is that a true statement in your opinion?
In my own personal opinion, I don't think it is a true statement. No. Sorry.
Yes. So I finally got this. So guys, you guys heard that? It was according to Cristal,
You
that
said it
is
already.
a
It was a
true
myth.
myth. That's a true myth. Once you go black, doesn't mean that you go back. All right. So sometimes things
I
happen.
have to be fair to both sides. I'm biracial, remember?
Absolutely. That's why I asked you that question.
So
TBT.
My daddy would be really upset if I said something different.
No, this is not about your daddy.
Oh, he'd be hot.
No, this is not about your daddy though. This is not about your daddy.
What two races?
Because
Yeah,
you
yeah.
didn't spirit your daddy. We talking about
I absolutely
Did we
didn't, but
identify
he'd
two
be
races?
hot.
What were they?
black and white.
Real.
Black and white.
Real.
No.
Your
We
mom
not
white?
going there.
My father.
Father white.
Uh-huh.
Mom black.
Yes.
Peter, so I ain't got no camera.
So here's the deal. I think we had a good time tonight, TBT. I think what we discussed tonight, we opened some eyes to some real dialogue, and it gave us the opportunity to really do what we want to do as far as the TBT staff, which is make sure that we included the women in on a discussion about relationships. And I'm gonna say this. I appreciate having both of you on tonight's show. I appreciate you guys being open and being honest about your times and your experiences and just sharing that to the TBT world because you guys do know this is out there to the world. Welcome to TBT world.
Well, thank you for having us.
Her name is Shell.
Absolutely.
She's a Scorpio.
Hey, I'm 28 and I'm single and failing to mingle.
Oh.
Not failing to mingle.
Wait. Say it again, Shell. What did you say?
No, that's desperate, Reggie.
What?
No,
Say it again.
I just said I'm 28. I'm a Scorpio. I'm single and failing to mingle.
So in other words, you are looking. You are actually available.
I'm very open to love to a strong man who's a strong lead and who respects himself. Don't come with me. Don't come at me with 30 bodies. That's
Hey,
just not
hey,
it.
one thing I know about Shell. One thing I know about Shell is that she is a very, very, very strong individual. And she knows what she wants and she knows what she doesn't want. So if you guys are interested because of what this young lady has said on this show, just please understand. Don't step to her any type of way. She is going to be a person that you have to know what you're getting into and also know what you want as a boyfriend, potential fiance, and potential husband, I would say. Now, I want to go to my other young lady that's on this show. I want to say this about Crystal. Crystal, I appreciate you coming in today. You are a pleasure. I've known Crystal for quite some time. Days at Wilkerson, the days at Wilkerson, and she has always made it her point to be a very standout person, dedicated woman, one that you guys can, if you get to know her, I think that you'll find a lot of interesting things about her. And also a fun fact, she is real universal, and she's real universal in her world travels.
Mm.
All right. So I can appreciate that with my girl Crystal. She's a lovely young lady, and also with Lashelle. You guys I consider you guys are friends, and I appreciate where our level of friendship has come to at this point. So thank you guys both, ladies. My bad. Thank you, ladies, both for coming on the show. We appreciate you. TBT.
No, I just want to say I really appreciate having your side of our discussion, and it's very interesting, very very interesting. Lot of knowledge, lot of knowledge.
Well, Lashelle, Cristal, I would not say Lashelle name wrong again. I would not say that wrong again. Listen, by y'all being the first females as a guest on the TBT, we really, really, really appreciate that. We appreciate y'all answers and y'all honesty. They said it. They single women, y'all. These women here, they strong women. Men out there, they don't want no foolishness.
Absolutely not.
Pull your pants up.
Put your big boy pants on.
Don't come at these women with no 10, 11 kids. And they don't want all that now.
We barely want one.
Right.
There you go. But that's good, man. We appreciate y'all. We're very, very.
No, like absolutely. Thank you guys for all that y'all have done of allowing us to be on your show. Like all of y'all come from different perspectives, different backgrounds, but also so much respect for y'all ladies and for you guys. Like we appreciate that. It's like healthy, respectful conversation where we can voice an opinion and be heard. And so you guys can also give yours so that we can challenge each other's opinions. So if we do come across any man that's to the caliber of all of you guys, we know how to respond and how to react, and we are more receptive of that. So
Hey, you know what? And that sounds so beautiful. I'm gonna tell you full of shit, just like the rest of y'all ladies. I'm just bullshit. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna just keep it 100. We appreciate you, and as usual, today, fellas,
Yeah.
it's the feminine side, it's the masculine side, and then it's us.
Troof Be told.
And when you on Troof Be Told, you on the what?
Record.